the Wannabeez.
See you next Tuesday.
Hey, so I got a question for you guys. What's your favorite 1970s Motown band?
Temptations. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Like if you beat up a hooker too many times, their pimp comes out of like the corner and shit and
Amen.
whacks you, guy.
I've been a little too kinky this episode.
Most of the time, somebody got punched in the face. Most of the time, guy.
So I'm sorry, Debbie. It's not my fault. Hello and welcome to this very safe for work edition of the Wannabeez. This episode is dedicated to Deborah Gula. I don't know if you guys remember, a couple weeks ago, John may have said a couple things, and I'm sure we're going to cut to it right now. Fucking Alyssa.
It's gonna sound like there's a
Jacuzzi.
silverback gorilla in the other room.
Oh, right. Oh, Jesus. Well, I can tell you right now, my mother-in-law will be knocking at that door or on those walls saying, "I want that."
And I'll be like, "Get out of here!"
Oh, no.
Buzz, motherfucker. I love you, Debbie. I'm just kidding.
Debbie's gonna murder
We
you.
might have to
Oh,
cut that out.
Yeah, beep it. Can you beep it,
Yeah, you
please?
might have to.
I mean it.
It wasn't
Justin.
She's going to know exactly what you
I'm
said.
serious this time. You better fucking do it.
Why is it my fault?
Yeah, it's your fault because Debbie, you're talking to me now, Debbie. Debbie, if you heard a word at all in this pod that you didn't like, I
my
want you to
ear's
know
ringing. My ear's
that
ringing. She
somebody,
knows.
somebody was responsible for taking that word out, and they deliberately
My ear is
didn't.
ringing right now. She knows, bro. She knows.
The
My ear's
option
ringing
to
right
take
now.
that word
She
was
knows.
there.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
But for this episode, I figured we would try to keep it safe for work. Wink, wink.
PG. It's totally PG.
Oh, we're not gonna swear at all. Not one bit.
Keyword on try. We're gonna do our best.
All right.
And if we don't, Justin's gonna just pull it out. We'll just pull that whole thing out. If we don't make it, just edit us into a perfect
right.
work edition.
I should release the Debbie cut. Oh, with every swear just cut out of it. That
Or
would be
do I like the chopper barks? Can you do the chopper barks?
Ooh,
Those
the
always
chopper
make me
barks
laugh.
would be cool. I actually had to put Chopper in the other room because he was just barking. He doesn't understand the podcasting thing. He's like, "Why are you talking and not fucking looking at me?"
Maybe he understands it too well and wants to be a part of it.
That's true too. I never thought about it like that. I'm your host, Justin Kyle, and my pussy smells like wet raccoons. With me, as always.
Oh man.
All right, start it again
Why?
from the top,
Why?
and we're gonna do it. You said you're the one that made this plan. All right, Justin.
You couldn't even get through the intro.
This
Couldn't
is
even get-
Bo. All right, the one guy that can't help,
Yeah.
but swear is me, and you just broke it, and I'm just so disappointed right now. Cockamamie bull.
The whiny bitch that you're hearing right now is none other than Nick Gula.
Let's go.
And, of course, everybody's favorite, the most heartfelt wannabe that we got here, Mr. John Van Hook.
Hey everybody.
The only person that's taking this seriously right now is
Right,
John.
Yeah, no,
exactly.
very serious. This
Yeah.
guys, come on, cut the shit. let's get down to
So
business.
this episode is dedicated to Debbie. That part is true. We don't have to like watch our mouths, but I did get some parameters from Mrs. Deborah Gula herself.
Oh
Uh-oh.
really?
Uh-oh. Okay.
You spoke to her?
So what you guys don't know is after last week's episode, I reached out to Debbie.
oh,
Oh man.
oh boy.
Oh, this is good. This is gonna be good.
I wanted to get as much information out of Debbie to like mold an episode for her. Not that we have to like, we're just not going to talk about Debbie the whole time, but like, what topics does she like? What would she
Okay.
change about the show? You know what I mean? Like, what does she want us to talk about? Um, so this is how I opened up the message. Hey, hope you're doing well. I have a Wannabeez question for you. Next week, we're dedicating it to you. I'm going to surprise both Nick and John with some talking points. Think of this as a suggestion box. How can we make the perfect Wannabeez episode for you, Debbie Gula? Take some time, think about it. We record next Sunday. And I'll tell you what, me and Debbie have been talking almost all week.
Oh
Oh
boy.
wow! I gotta tell you, I'm jealous.
Damn you guys.
She
Damn you to
goes,
hell, Justin.
she goes, does Nick know? I go, nope.
Oh
She goes, okay,
man.
How
okay, I
sexy.
won't tell him.
Nice.
Ooh.
Stabs right in the heart by my own mom.
Deborah, you bad
Set
girl.
up. Set up.
That's right.
Secrets behind.
Let's see. She said, so this is one of her suggestions. Instead of using the word, and this she spelt the word in all caps. I want you to know, John. Instead of using the word cunt, they should say, see you next Tuesday. Do not like that word.
Oh. Okay. I actually really, really enjoy that. I was gonna call it a limitation, but it's more just like
Right.
it's like a quest,
Yep.
just like or like a challenge. It's a challenge, truly, it is. So, what a lovely see you next Tuesday to get a challenge from. Might I say myself. I gotta say, Debbie, you're already nailing it with these suggestions.
And then she says, I swear like a trooper myself, but the word fuck needs to calm down.
Oh, okay.
No, too many fucks.
Too many fucks.
Now,
Okay.
So,
how do
like
you
I
feel
said,
about that one there, Gula? Because that's one
That's
of
like
your
my favorite.
favorites,
Yeah, it's like
as
my
well as
favorite
mine.
word. She's coming at the heart of Gula right now. She's just coming and just cutting out.
Nick, this is your
And
mother.
it's a real challenge for me. She's putting down the gauntlet, and she knows how I like challenges.
Yeah, is there a history behind this one? Has she always not liked you saying the F word, or is this new to you?
No, this just seems to be new to me. I mean, my whole life, she's kind of like she's not liked me swearing, and I did it anyways. So it's kind of like
Yeah, I think it's kind of like
Frankenstein it all.
that motherly like instinct to like kind of like, don't be
Yeah,
such a fucking sailor, you piece of shit, kind of,
yeah.
It's
All
just
right. Well,
son of a Frankenberry.
Yeah.
okay? Yeah. Did she give a suggestion then?
Honestly, that's the only thing that she would change. Okay, that was like her only two suggestions. Say less, say fuck less, and say see you next Tuesday instead of the
So
C
we
word.
don't have to replace
No,
the F word.
we just don't
have
say
to
it as
try to.
frequent. Maybe we say
Yeah.
frick. We say frick.
We make it a
Frick.
special word, like you remember Pee Wee's
What am I in the
Playhouse
Sandlot?
Pee Wee's Playhouse when they used to say the word of the day, whatever,
Right.
and they used to go nuts if like we make it one of those things. We only say it on special occasions. All the other times we try to make up different iterations of the word.
I had heard or read, take it as you will. I had heard at one point that replacing more profane words in your vocabulary with more innocent and silly ones can lead to like making you overwhelmingly positive or have a better outlook on life. So I'm one to throw around, goofball, goofhead. That guy's goofing. He's a real. He's being silly.
He's a real
I like.
goofer.
Yeah,
Goofy
and
goofer.
it's the placement of where you put that. So it's like
Yeah.
I'm not the guy's not being goofy. He just swerved in the traffic, and he's I'm like, oh, what a goofball! He's having a silly day.
That's pretty good.
just
I
like
should say that more.
instead of being like, "What a fucking jackass! Stay in your lane, prick! See you next Tuesday."
Yeah.
I could just be like, "Yeah, oh wow, look at him. He's doing his thing.
What a goofy guy.
He's doing the big one today." Yeah,
I
go
like
off,
Goon. I like Goon. Like that guy's a
Goon.
goon.
Well, Goon's been taken over a little bit in the
Really?
modern day. You don't know about this?
No.
So Goon
Is it?
is
It's not like a Batman Goon.
no,
With like the
which I
black
find
fucking like the what is it
no.
called? Like the
It,
Robin mask, basically in the stripe. Like like the
yeah,
Hamburglar sort of
like
vibe.
a stocking cap, 5
Yeah.
o'clock
They're not
shadow.
goons?
It used to be like that. That used to be goons. That's what gooning used to be.
Yeah.
Those were the gooners of the world.
Like me and my buddies were
I
And
just
feel
gonna
I
go
feel
and
this is
goon.
getting very sexual in a minute. It's gonna get very
oh
sexual
man.
All we're
in
doing
2 seconds, guy.
all we're
All
doing
we're
is
doing is
gooning.
gooning.
Don't
We're just
interrupt me,
gooning.
John.
Yeah.
We're gooning.
Come on, we're gooning all over each other.
Well, like it is when we all get old,
Yeah.
terms arise in the stratosphere, and we just don't
It's true.
understand how they got there because we've grown away from their relevance.
Yep.
And so like the word Riz, somebody probably had to explain that to you long after you had heard it been used multiple times. So this is just one of those. So like Riz, in the modern, Riz is a great example because it was like the pioneer of like, what the fuck are you saying to me?
Right, exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
So gooning is like it's the new word for jerking off or masturbating. I
What?
apologize, Gula, Deborah. I'm sorry. I had to say it. He asked me what
Bringing it up.
gooning meant. I had to explain it to him. But yeah,
I'm
it
so
is a
sorry,
new word
Debbie.
for
I had no
masturbation.
idea. Wow. That is
You thought it was Batman, and it turned out to be
Wow.
masturbate man.
All I wanted to talk about was goons, and this is where it led us. I'm sorry, Debbie. It's not my fault.
We're not hip. We're not hip. We're not up on
Yeah.
the
It's
new
a
lingo.
good thing that you don't have kids yet, Justin, because then like you could like go to the bathroom and the door will be closed, and then you tug on the door and he'll be like, "Oh, Dad, I'm gooning," and you'd be like, you wouldn't know what to say. You'd be like, "Oh, it's the bat, get him." You wouldn't know.
Oh,
That's
what
I
to do.
could get down with some gooning. He walks in and he's like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
Fucking total Seinfeld fucking skit guy.
Oh,
Getting
wow.
fucking
I genuinely had no idea that that's what it's called. So when my
Yeah.
coworker wanted to show me his goon drawer, it wasn't like a lot of, it wasn't like
It was
handcuffs and like whips
no.
and shit like that.
no,
My
it was
assumption is that it's
big
either going to
old
be
fucking pocket pussies guy. Just
a drawer full of
huge.
latex tubes in multiple different shapes.
One's he made up. One's he
I'm
made
trying to
up. He
I'm
just
trying
like
to find the terminology that's not going to make Deborah go off the rails here. So, or it's just going to be filled with a certain like it's going to be filled to the brim with a
With goon.
certain with goon.
Wow.
With the end result of goon. Like when
Is this what you want, Debbie? Is this what you fucking want?
this is what she's getting. So
we just don't know how to
I have
do it.
I have a list of talking points that she gave me throughout the week. We're obviously not going to get through all of them, but I'm going to sprinkle them in here or there. So
okay.
we're just going to have a classic Wannabeez. I want to hear what's going on in your guys' lives. It's not all about Debbie, but I am
Sure.
going to throw in some Deborah Gula talking points.
Oh, okay.
Just randomly. Anytime I feel like there's like a pause or a good opportunity, I'll throw one out
Do you
there.
want to throw one in right now, just for an
We'll
example?
start.
Like, kinda
Yeah.
just start it out.
She says one of the first thing that she said that she wants us to talk about is our favorite Disney movies. Hers is Toy Story. It's the top of the line for her. She said that she loves Toy Story. And then once she told me this, it proceeded. We just talked about Toy Story for like 5 minutes. We just texted about like Toy Story.
I had to go to the movies with my mother all the time
Yeah.
to go see Toy Story. Like that is her one-time favorite
Wow.
of it is it if
I wonder
Toy Story
why.
Toy Story comes out again, guy, we're going. We're going to midnight release, whatever the hell that is, guy. That's a definite happening, gonna
She
happen.
she never told me like why she loves Toy Story. She just says she really loves that movie.
Yeah.
And yeah. But like
I don't,
is that has that because you obviously how old were you? How old were you, Nick Gula? Because you probably out of the three of us were actually fucking alive when that movie came out. How old were you?
I
um,
we were all alive, weren't we?
I
yeah,
think
we're
it came
definitely alive.
no, it came out in 95.
95.
Oh,
So
you're
I
right.
will
Yeah.
be,
Goddamn.
I would have been
Shit.
15 years old
Wow.
Ooh.
in
So you're
95.
a little
So
old for something like that. A little old.
a little bit old, but no,
Yeah.
that as soon as that came out, that was the end for my mother.
Yeah.
And we proceeded to go to see every single one of them, get them all on VHS and video, and then CD,
Yeah.
DVDs, and then Blu-ray, and then just
The
like
grandkids came.
grandkids came, and then it's something that we watched with them, and it just snowballed from there. I guess that we've been to Disney a lot of times,
Yeah.
so many times we've been to Disney
She
in
seems to
Florida.
be a Disney queen, I'll say. Disney queen. I was gonna say
Yeah.
princess, but queen.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, we love Disney. It was something that we did with all the time. We
Yeah.
would go to Disney. My oldest memories was in Disney.
Dang.
I got pictures when we were all little kids. I just remembered, like going there and doing like the Hall of Presidents and just like doing
Yeah.
all of the things that Disney's known for, the Haunted Mansion, and
Yeah.
just doing all those rides, and it was just it just burned into my head, and we've been there so many times, so it was like, it's hard to not be happy in Disney World, I gotta say.
What about you, John?
Yeah, Toy Story's it's definitely at the top of my list for Disney stuff,
Yeah.
especially because I you know me, we're calling back to the very early episodes here. I hate everything. I don't enjoy things, and Disney's one of them. Sorry, Deborah. And I'm not saying I hate Disney. I'm just not like I'm not gooning over Disney. I'm not. It's not on my list of things that I'm like. But I guess I am now that they own Marvel and Star Wars. But that
Yeah.
being said, I'm not happy with a lot of things they've done with Marvel and Star Wars. So it's really give or take, but Toy Story is the big one. I love Toy Story. 3 is kind of where it ends in my head. I haven't watched 4. I
Mm.
might someday, especially if they do 5. I'll probably watch 4 and then 5, but I don't know. I really just like the idea of it ending with 3. But
It
when you
is like
ask
the
me about
perfect
Disney,
trilogy. It's the perfect ending to the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
thing. Like
They were in a furnace, they were gonna burn alive.
yeah. And I also don't like the idea of like
How
the
can
the
you not
movie.
cry, you heartless bastard?
Yeah, why'd the movie make me cry like that just to make them not get melted, to make them have
yeah.
more movies? Like, no, like make that the end, please. Make
Yeah.
end my suffering for
Yeah.
Christ's sake.
I was like 13 or 14 when Toy Story 3 came out. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
but
was
we
a
wouldn't have gotten
Yeah.
the that character Kaboom. We wouldn't have got John Wick in Toy Story guy.
Oh yeah, he
Keanu
was in the fourth
Reeves.
one, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the fourth one. He wasn't in any other of them
You're right.
except for that one. So
The fourth Toy Story movie came out at such a pivotal point in my life. Like I understand I totally respect like John's opinion on like the first three, like it just kind of ending there. But when I went to see the fourth one, I was at a point in my life where I was stuck. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know, my life was kind of at a crossroads, if you will.
the struggle is real.
And that was like
You
the
were
message. That was like Woody's story arc in Toy Story 4.
yeah, you
Was
were
like,
feeling like a spork, or
yeah,
you were feeling like a toy, but you were
yeah,
really a spork.
exactly. I was just a piece of trash. But I remember seeing Toy Story 4 I wasn't even. I promise you, I wasn't even high. I promise you, I went in there stone cold sober because I was like, I want
You
that. I
said you were
want to.
14.
I want that experience
Well,
of just
well,
being
this is
sober
Toy
and
Story
watching
4.
it.
This came out a couple years ago.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, Toy Story 4. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go see it sober because I want to see if it can recapture some of that childhood fucking essence without the
Mhm.
use of drugs or alcohol.
Enhanced drug enhancing.
How brave of you.
He's
And
doping.
I
Justin's
went
doping.
alone. I went alone too. So it was opening night. Theater was packed, full of kids. I sat like kind of in the center, in the back, whatever, just alone with a popcorn and soda, whatever. And at the points in this movie, bro, I was like sobbing. I was
Oh,
like fucking like just uncontrollably crying.
You
God.
had one of those.
It
You had
was
those couple
fucked
of
up.
those,
I had
and you
kids
got
looking
snots
at
coming
me.
out of your nose, guy.
Yeah. I was
You
like,
all little kids coming up to you. All right, man?
yeah, exactly.
You all right?
Well, looks like I know what I'm watching this weekend.
It was, as much as I love the first three, the fourth one, I only seen it a couple times, but it was like the right movie at the right time. It just was like lightning in a bottle for me. It was just like crazy.
Disney has the uncanny ability to just make movies that, like, at some point you're gonna cry.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, fucking. They were like, they right out the gate with Bambi. They were like, you know what? What we should do in the beginning of the movie, we should kill his mother so everybody just remembers that right out the gate.
Boom.
Just do it savagely, guy. Right in the beginning, so everybody remembers it, and boom, just captured
I mean,
it.
Disney movies were always fucking dark. You remember like how
Yeah.
dark Tarzan was, like the cartoon? That film
Mm.
was crazy dark. His mom being like just shredded apart by that leopard in the beginning of the movie, and all you see is like claw marks and blood, and everything is ripped apart.
You're right, dude. Same with the fucking Lion King. I'm
Yeah.
seeing a weird pattern here. You'd think this pod would be sponsored by Disney the way we introduced Jeff and then killed him off.
Oh my
Oh man.
Tugging at the
Fucking A,
heartstrings.
guy. Just
Jeff would have loved
just
that joke.
He would
yeah,
have
he would
loved
have.
that.
He
Jeff
definitely
loved
would have.
Disney. Jeff absolutely loved Disney, didn't he? He was a
Yeah.
Disney adult,
Yeah.
as you would call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So I think
That is funny.
Sandy, his wife, is in Disney right as we speak right now.
You're
Jeff is
joking.
Jeff is
No, I
our
think
Bambi
she's
mom.
in
Which
Disney
means
right
Jeff's in
now.
Disney.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
If
Wow.
there's
Yeah.
any kind of soul essence in I'm not a religious person, but if there's anything like that
That
at
is
all,
crazy.
he's in Disney right now.
Yeah. Yeah. He's also listening to us
Yeah.
trash Disney at this point.
At the
Yeah,
Yeah.
same time,
he's
he's
got like
able to
a
like
So
live
ghostly
stream
to
us.
iPod.
answer the question, my favorite Disney movie would be Fox and the Hound. It's got to be
That's a
Fox and
good
the
one.
Hound.
Another sad
It's
one though. That's a good one though.
everybody gets
Very
Disney
sad.
movies is gonna make you cry. That's just the way
Yeah.
they are. They're the heartfelt, like, oh,
Mm.
that thing, and then all of a sudden there's something that's gonna make you cry. Some more than others. I mean, some more than others. The newer stuff kind of like backed off from it
Yeah.
a little bit. Not, it's not as intense. Remember, we got Lamped when I told the story about
Yes.
Yeah.
Lamped guy about the
Yes.
Disney fucking thing.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, fucking Disney was brutal.
Yeah,
Disney
dude.
was brutal it
Yeah.
would come on early in the morning, these like Mickey shorts, and it would be just like those types of things or whatever, and it would be totally dark, guy, and it'd be at like before you go to school, and it'd set you up, guy. Set you up pretty
She's like,
tight.
you see that clip of Bambi's mom just getting blown away? That is fucking wild. Like little fourth grade Nick going to school. Like,
It's freaking nuts, guy. They
Trying to
just
do
took her
arithmetic, and
out.
I'm thinking about Bambi's mom's entrails.
Blown out, guy. Fucking Disney.
My favorite is, I feel like nobody's favorite, but it goes all the way back to the more like 2D animated ones, kind of like Gula, but I'm not nearly as old as Gula. But mine is The Emperor's New Groove.
Ooh,
Oh, that's a
that is a good
great
one,
one,
guy.
Got
dude.
David
Really good one.
Spade and John Goodman. And oh my God. Okay,
That's
I
a
love a
great
buddy
movie.
comedy.
Yep.
Who doesn't love a buddy comedy? It's an adventure
Crunk
story.
guy, Crunk.
Yeah, it's oh, and Kronk. Yeah, thank
Crunk
you.
guy steals the whole movie.
Krunk and Yzma. Yzma
Mm.
is the perfect villain, and all the way the art changes whenever they do the scheming and all the different, and just the whole like Aztec like looking. I think it was based on Aztec. It looked very Central American, but um,
I thought you were gonna go with Atlantis guy there for a minute, guy, and then all of a sudden you pull that
no,
one out, guy.
no. No, yeah, this is like my kind of like I think honestly this is the movie that like liberated me a little bit. It kind of radicalized me because this is a movie about this very selfish emperor that looks down on all these like peasantry people, and then one day he becomes turned into a llama, and then he has to like be reduced down to not just the poor people but the creatures that pull the poor people's wagons around, and they
Yeah, yeah,
help them do the labor that directly reflects onto what the emperor has.
yeah.
So he sees it from at the absolute bottom of the barrel, and then the movie ends with everybody living in this giant utopia because the guy on top had his shit rocked and then realized it's not all about me. And then it's like this big, everybody gets to live in the big water park, and it's Cuscoville, and it's a great movie, great lessons, and the family values. I love what is the main character's like, Chapa or something like that.
Mm.
His family, it's great. The wife, I mean, might have been where I get my attraction to pregnant women, but she was banging. The two little kids were so cute and funny. I
John's
love
gooning.
John Goodman.
John's
Yeah, I'm
gooning over here. Well, Emperor's
Oh
New
my
Groove.
god.
I'm gooning over fucking Choppa's
They
wife.
they made they made some spin-offs from it.
Yeah, they did.
Grunk's New Groove.
Yep.
Yeah,
Didn't that was that the show, or was the show something else? Because there was a show, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
there was a
yeah, yeah. I
show, and he
think it
was. I
was like
think they
Kronk.
were.
Yeah, it was
They
Kronk's
took
New Groove
Grunk.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh,
took
I
Grunk.
thought that was because there was a second Emperor's New Groove movie, right?
There was a movie. Yeah,
There
Yeah.
was two
yeah. There was a
movies and then
two
the
movies.
show.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
That came out at the right time too. Like
Yeah.
I loved
I'm
anime.
fucking watching that this weekend too.
Fuck, dude, I might have to rewatch it. It's been
It's gonna
years
be a
since I
Disney
watched it.
weekend. Ooh, you are gonna laugh your fucking
I
ass
can't
off too,
wait.
because it's killer, and it's got
Mm.
great moments like that. Like I can't exactly say it's got like a like a parent dying under a stampede moment, but it's got some heart. It's got some heartfelt moments, and it's
Yeah.
just very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
The art is fantastic.
I'm looking forward to rewatching it. And I'll let you know. I'll let you know next week if I rewatch
Oh
it. I'll give
boy,
you a quick little
Cool.
fucking review. Because
we're all gonna
honestly,
watch the
it's been
Emperor's
years.
New Groove, and we're gonna come back and we all got homework. We're gonna be
This pod should be brought to you by Disney Plus,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
all
At
these
this
come on,
boys
point.
are
Disney.
gonna do the same thing.
Come on, Disney.
I know we talked a
You owe
lot of
us.
shit.
You owe
Promo code
us.
be cool.
God damn it.
How have you
Ah,
guys' lives been these days? What are you guys up to?
Well, my life took a turn that I didn't expect.
Mm,
I got terminated from my job, and I am unemployed at the moment. It's a new experience from a thing. So I've been working for UMass for about 21 years, and they finally shit canned me. I can't get into too much detail because I have a court case against them
nice.
dang.
for wrongful termination, and you know you don't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
of course.
yeah, that's my life. kind of just been
Damn.
winging it at this point. Don't worry about me though.
So you
I'm a
could
very resilient person.
you could officially say that like you are
I'm a
full
bum.
time. You're a
I'm a
full no
bum.
no no. You're not a bum. You got a job.
I'm a
You're a full
full-time bum.
time wannabe.
I'm a
Yeah.
full-time podcaster now. So
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
So
so
anybody, if you're looking for Gula to be on your podcast,
Yeah.
he's way, way available for guest
I got
spots right
so much
now.
availability right now. It's not even funny. That leads me into something else that I wanted to talk to you about. So
Okay.
now I've got, I got the podcasting under my belt.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of got that down. I got the clip making from John. So
Mhm.
he taught me how to clip make.
You're doing great.
Now you guys have given me another assignment, which is to schedule the drops of the episodes on the different apps, which I did today. So that's the third thing I think. I only need editing, I think, and then I'm just gonna cut you guys out of the Wannabees podcast. I'm just gonna get like
You're gonna
an
zuck
AI
us.
version. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put all the episodes into an AI, and they're gonna
Just
spit out an AI John and an AI Justin. I'm gonna my plan to zuck you guys
Oh
it will be
man.
complete, guy. At that moment,
Jesus Christ. He's coming for our
with
jobs, John. We gave him
You
too much
know,
power.
from the very
great
beginning, he
power comes
always
great responsibility. Problem is, I'm just hog wild with.
from the very beginning, he always was like, if you guys need help with this or that, like you could just give me the rundown on it, and then I'll just take care of it. It's all right. He really was just he was building himself up like Tony Stark.
Trying to figure out how to think.
No, he's more like Thanos, man, and he's just collecting those
Oh,
skills like Infinity
oh,
Stones.
yeah,
I
so
got
that
And
he
he
could snap
wants
his
that.
fingers and
And
make
he's
both of us disappear.
just gonna say children's blocks, guy, and that's it. It's over.
Oh shit,
Spider
dude.
Man's gone.
I gotta fucking
He-
hold on to the editing thing. Like, fuck
He's gonna
you.
be like,
Okay,
50% of the
so
wannabes
if
will
I
disappear at my hand.
if it was a it's a perfect villainous plan. You know why? Because I told you just before it was gonna work. Because I would have got the last skill from Justin about the editing, and I spoiled it to the heroes,
Yeah, man, you
and
fucked up.
now you can thwart my my evil
Yeah.
plan.
Nobody
Take
tell
over
him
the
about YouTube. Not one of you motherfuckers tell him about YouTube.
Hey, none of you guys.
Tons of
I'm
bitches.
gonna. Hey, if there's anybody out there that has an editing skills, guy, just give me.
I bet in like a year or two we'll have like AI podcast editing
Oh yeah, definitely.
software.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
There already is like there's some like beta like syncing software.
It's got to learn, guy.
Yeah.
It's
It,
gonna
it'll
have to
take time.
learn.
Gotta love, gotta
Yeah.
feel,
It's just gonna
gotta
build upon
lose.
all
Yeah.
the foundation. It's gonna get a new foundation. I'm telling you,
There is one
I'm learning
AI
that
that I
stuff.
use.
I am learning that stuff. I think that's the future, and that's gonna be where we're at,
Yeah,
guy.
man. Did you guys hear about speaking of AI, the new Fortnite Darth Vader AI? Like
Yeah, and
you could like
he's
talk to him
cussing
and
people.
shit.
He's
Yeah.
cussing people out,
This shit
guy.
was like the
He's like,
craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even kidding. I know there's like a lot of people that are like, oh fuck Fortnite, but I'm like, think about this for 1 second. There's a Darth Vader NPC that you could have full conversations with, and
yeah,
it's actually like James Earl Jones's voice, and like you can interact with him in a video game.
and it's
Like,
cussing people out, guy.
dude, and it's fucked up.
It's cussing people out, guy.
There was one video that I saw, and it was like this the player was like confessing they're like, oh, I'm sad, I'm like depressed, like what do I do? And he just berates the player for being weak
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
like
So funny.
and then
So
like
good.
people have figured out ways to make him swear, which is pretty funny. But yeah, no, like it's crazy too, because like you could walk up to him in any like skin or character or whatever, and he interacts with you as if you're that character. So if you go up to him as Batman, he's talking to you as if you're Batman. He's like all calling you like the guardian of the night and like all this other crazy shit. It's like like just think about what GTA 6 is gonna be like. If this is fucking Fortnite, GTA 6 is gonna be off
Yeah.
the fucking rails with
The
NPC like
NPC the
interactions.
NPCs are gonna fucking rise up and shit
Yeah,
and start attacking you and shit. Like
that's
if you beat up a hooker too many times, their pimp comes out of like the corner and shit
yeah,
and
man.
whacks you guy.
Mhm.
It's gonna have AI in it, so it's like
Yeah,
they're not gonna know how to react with your reactions and stuff like that, and they're gonna
dude.
learn from it.
Yep.
It's gonna be crazy, guy.
Mm-hmm.
Up in the levels, guy, with just like your actions, the way
Right.
you play the thing is how the ending happens. You get murdered in the back alley. You don't get to finish. You got to start all over because an NBC came out and stabbed you in the neck
That
because
would be awesome,
you
guy.
smashed too many prostitutes in the face.
That's crazy. I can't wait. I stuff like that I'm excited for. You know what I mean? That's kind of cool. As long as it's in a video game and not in a goddamn robot. Don't
Speaking
put it in
about
any of
something
these
on the
fucking
in-
Boston Dynamics bullshit that you guys be doing over there. You don't need to
speaking
give him.
about speaking
Yeah,
about
making sense and shit.
we're making freaking dogs with fire flamethrowers
Yeah.
on the front, burning people alive and shit. Just napalm and everything out, guy. Fucking, we're creating the next Terminators, guy, to take us over. But
Damn.
besides that, internet thing, it's been a little while since this came out, but we haven't really been a true wannabes. I wanted to save this for a
Yeah.
true wannabes episode. Is actually given to one by me with a fan wanted me to talk about this and discuss 100 humans versus one gorilla. What do you think?
I mean, I think a gorilla is going to take them all out. I think
I am so glad you said that, guy.
I couldn't
Everybody's like,
disagree
well,
more.
there's 10
I
people.
couldn't
So
disagree more.
no, you're gonna disagree? How are you
Yeah.
gonna disagree?
This is kind of a non sequitur, but I have like a solid point and then a non-solid point. So my
okay.
non-solid point is I saw a video the other day of a silverback gorilla, um, and a goose had flown into its enclosure, and it
Hmm.
was just picking stuff up off of its ground, and the gorilla approached it, and the goose flared up its wings and started doing the thing where it walks after and that gorilla fucking turned tail so hard. So, and it took off, and it was terrified. My whole thing is like a gorilla understands its own strength, but a gorilla also, I think, understands odds to a certain degree,
Yeah.
and it
Okay.
also understands intimidation. I say that like you can there's like a certain percentage that you could get away from beating a bear by like standing up and screaming at it. So it's just like if enough men, if they're all men and women, if enough humans kind of bear their own confidence and scream and become this intimidating force, they could be able to possibly either distract the gorilla or back the gorilla into a corner. And then
Mm,
so for my more solid point, it comes into I've seen an exact diagram of certain like tandems that you can do where like you like it's almost like in the infinity symbol, but when it meets in the middle, you have certain people like running off to the left and running off to the right and like supposed to be like slapping the gorilla and just getting close enough. And of course, you're going to have people who are going to be fodder. That was never there's no kind of like what Doctor Strange says, like I looked at a million realities and there's only one where there's no realities where one human doesn't get snatched up by the fucking gorilla and tossed and shredded. That's gonna happen. So
yeah.
even in my tandem story, that happens. But the thing is we still win in mine.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange is still holding up his pointer finger in my story because 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 it's all about getting the thing distracted enough to do
Right.
damage. Like when you play a video game and you fight a giant boss that's towering over you and it has this huge health bar, you're not like, I'm not going to win. This is stupid. You're like, go for his ankles, run in a circle, go for his ankles, run in a circle, avoid that giant hit. It's like
In
Yeah.
reality, I
strategizing.
think, listen, in reality, I'm talking like not a fucking silverback gorilla in a zoo. Like they take this thing straight from the Congo, guy, lift it out of that thing like an
Yeah,
alpha
no,
male, pick it
100%.
out like,
I'm taking
and
that
you put
Congo
them in a
gorilla.
fucking box, and there's 100 dudes, guy, and the same thing with the intimidation guy. After like 10 of them get their arms ripped off, the back, 50 are like, what the fuck? Oh, how the fuck? Like that, your fight or flight, uh, instinct has to go in at that moment when you're seeing all this fucking blood. People are gonna be throwing up all over the place, guy. Like it's gonna be pandemonium, guy. And he's got teeth like a motherfucker, and that thing it's got 4,000 pounds of brute strength, guy. It only takes fucking 8 pounds to snap your fucking arm, guy, and beat you over the head with it, guy.
That's true. Something they never talk about in this scenario is also the setting, because in certain different areas, like the environment could play a certain advantage or disadvantage. Like obviously in the jungle, we're getting tore up, but
Yeah.
in a city scenario, we got the gorilla 10-1 because we are more familiar with like buildings and doorways and windows and how they work, and we can get inanimate objects, staplers and shit like that to fucking throw at the gorilla. Anything that we can reach. And so,
No,
but if it's in a
no, but in the
jungle, it's just
scenario,
like we're all
John,
scared and running in different directions. So, what's the
Mm.
scenario? Is it
John, in the scenario, it's only fist. You can't use anything else exterior. It's fist. It's hand-to-hand combat.
So is it on just like a flat white plane in
Yeah, oh, yeah, like a football, like the football stadium. Just drop those people in
okay.
a football stadium with fucking the whole thing's
Like
like,
a Coliseum style,
yeah,
like
they got the whole
the peanut gallery.
the my wife is just distracting me with naked chicks. It's on your Facebook. I get it, guy, and uh, that just totally fucked me all up, guy. It's
It's
like,
AI. It's AI taking over.
oh
Is
yeah,
what it
it's
is.
freaking distracting me, guy.
I can't even see it. Okay. Boobs. Okay.
Peanut gallery, everybody.
You guys can't. What's going on for the audience at home is the peanut gallery decided to show up and just
And
show us a video of someone shaking their ass on their phone.
Peanut gallery
naked
doesn't
chick,
realize that there's a show going on that hundreds of people listen to, and she thinks that she needs
20
to
people
show us a
listen to,
Facebook
guy.
reel instead.
Yeah. Yeah. Get back,
Peanut gallery thinks.
getting back to the fucking the gorilla situation. Yeah, it's totally, everything is going to be a factor. Environment, what kind of animal, like if it's in a zoo, like they took this thing out of a zoo, it's totally going to be like docile and shit. Like it's going to be like, institutionalized towards, its environment and the way it was raised. But I don't know, man. A wild silverback gorilla straight out the jungle, guy. Like they just box it up, guy, and put it in the fucking, just put it in the thing, and it's just an arena, guy, and you're sitting there like in the Coliseum, guy, and it just fucks you up, guy. Just gonna fuck so many people up, guy, and that in turn is gonna just deter people um from even attempting it. Now, if
I mean, I
if
don't
it,
know
if
if
it's
it's
a
like
no
a if
hold
it's like
if it's a no holds
warriors.
barred, like it's a no holds barred, you
Yeah.
can't get out of this unless you fuck it, unless you defeat this gorilla, yeah, eventually, I mean, people are gonna just they're
I
gonna
think I'm
overwhelm them, but
I think I'm gonna be on. I think I'm leaning towards John's side on this. So
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think if you get like obvious like the alpha male gorilla, you got to get like the best warriors that we would have. So those
No, I was
guys
thinking about like
won't be
investment
like a.
bankers guy. Just a couple of investment bankers on Wall Street guy and just put them in they can go in their suits guy and just be like, hey, that embezzling charge that you have, guy,
Go
off.
fight a
You
gorilla.
you got to fight this gorilla or you're going to jail for like 5 to 10.
Yeah.
I think the point that we have gorillas in cages all over the world, and there was one point where gorillas were on an equal plane with Homo sapiens, and then there was also one point where they were probably on a higher plane. They were the more evolved, the more dangerous ones because we didn't have the numbers of civilization. So it's the idea that we don't live in the Planet of the Apes currently is what tells me that 100 people are going to
Yeah.
beat one gorilla. Yes, 100 people, yes, are going to beat that one gorilla because if it
Who's
did,
going against going
if
against
they
them?
didn't, we would be living in Planet of the Apes right now, 100%.
No,
The
we got
gorillas would have
weapons,
taken
guy.
over
We
a
got
long
we
time
got
ago. They'd
we
be
got
wearing our
tranquilizer
clothes.
guns, guy. They
They'd
got
be
trank
sleeping with
dots,
your
bro.
wife.
They'd be looking at fucking naked chicks on the internet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sam would be showing a big silverback
Good, like
AI
shaking its
videos of
ass.
naked women being like, "Look,
Naked silverbacks.
you-
Fucking A.
podcast, stop, this sucks."
This my it's the Wannabeez.
Hey, so I got a question for you guys. What's your favorite 1970s Motown band?
I mean, I don't know about band. I really like Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, okay. How do you guys feel about the Temptations? Do you have a favorite
Ooh, I
Temptations
love the
song?
Temptations. Yeah,
Really? Okay.
yeah.
What's your favorite Temptations song?
Let me look. I obviously can't tell
Yeah,
you. I mean, I'm not that huge of a Temptations, but it popped
right.
up in my Spotify the other day. I was like, "Ooh, okay, some Temptations. Let's go. Let's see what. Oh, we got My Girl. Ain't Too Proud to
Oh,
Beg.
I
This
love
is the
My Girl.
one. This is the one. Papa Was a Rolling Stone. That one popped up, and
That's a great one.
I was like,
Yeah,
Good
what
one.
is this? And I looked at it. I was like, Temptations. Let's go.
yeah,
Oh my God. Yes.
If you
yep.
think about temptation, my girl is gonna be that one.
My
My
girl.
girl. Exactly. Talking about
Talking about
my
my girl.
That's
girl.
My girl.
so good. Me and Debbie were talking about Motown, and she was giving me a
I
bunch of
bet you
artists.
were.
She was giving me a bunch of artists, and there was a couple nights where I was just just like hit shuffle on Spotify and just like boogie with Harley and we would just be
Ooh,
like dancing around and shit, dude.
things were groovy.
It was so begs the question, why does Debbie love Motown so much?
Loved it,
Well,
man. When I was growing up, it definitely was fucking Jackson
Yeah,
5,
yeah.
fucking Michael Jackson, Cool in the Gang, just Temptations, like
Al Green, that's what I was thinking of. Al Green.
all of that
Yeah, yep.
stuff was played. I remember watching Thriller on MTV, like coming out and shit. And then his next one when he made that movie with the Noid in it, guy,
Mm.
and it was on TV. It was on that Sunday, and we all sat down and watched it, guy. It was big in my
Did
household,
she work for
definitely.
Domino's at that point?
Um, yeah, no, that was around when I was like 14. She started working like
Mm.
94, 93, somewhere
So that
around there.
video was like a premonition. It was like a little Easter egg.
Okay, so actually,
That's to
here's
come.
speaking of Domino's, she did text me about Domino's, so I might
Uh-oh.
as well throw this
Ooh,
in there
okay.
too. She says, "My career with Domino's began 29 years ago, and I love what I do. That's a sad.
Yeah,
You
my
gotta love what
mom,
you do.
my mom works
Yeah.
like you wouldn't believe,
So
and
she did
Wow.
there for 29 years.
yeah,
I can't even I can't even imagine 30 years
Yeah.
with Domino's. That's impressive as hell.
She has a
And to
question
still love it too.
she has a question for
for
us.
us. For us.
Oh, okay.
First one. What would be an all-time adventure you would want to go on? Like, what's like a dream vacation or adventure? Like, what would you want to do? And I guess Nick, I'll go with you. We'll start with you.
I want to go to Alaska.
Alaska.
Oh my God, with this Alaska ship. The last 2 years, they've been like, look,
Oh my god.
The only thing that peanut gallery thing. Oh my god.
Fucking Alaska. You can go visit our Alaskan friends now,
Yeah, we can
you know?
go visit, them up there and smoke some weed.
What do you want to do in
No, I
Alaska?
want to go. I'm gonna go way up, guy. I don't like. I want to be where there's no people and like die
Hmm.
in
You want
Alaska
to
next to a
die.
tree, guy, and then
With
off grid,
Just get
just
eaten.
a
You're just
bit
gonna get
eaten by
fucking
a bear,
yeah.
and then shit out, guy, and then I'll be cool.
You won't even make it to the tree guy. You will get mauled by a bear.
Yes, just just go out.
He goes out there dressed as a bee. He's wearing his
Yeah,
bee costume.
I have honey all over me, just drenched in honey.
Wow,
The outback of.
that's a goal, I guess. That's a dream adventure
I've always wanted to
to die
just
in
live up
Alaska.
there, just die there, just fucking grow, just fucking retire and go up there and just be away from everybody and
You
just
still gonna do wannabes though, right?
no wannabes at that point. There's no internet up there. There's no internet. Can't have no internet up there.
I guess, John, I guess we're gonna have to move to Alaska.
So yeah.
See
Well,
how
if he's gonna
dedicated we are.
die, I don't think we have to. I
Oh
don't
yeah, it's not
think we
gonna be.
have
It's
to
gonna be a
go
short trip.
anywhere.
It'll be a
He's
short
gonna
trip.
fucking,
Yeah, no,
hug a bear.
we did
We'll do it
we,
at the tree.
At the murder site.
you know what I
Where's
was
Nick?
thinking,
Where's Nick?
You know what I was thinking the other day? It was reminiscent of, because there was a bunch of shit on TikTok that was just like bringing me back, guy. Like
Mm,
they had these videos of just like the 80s and Gen X and stuff like that and fucking Footloose and fucking Kenny Loggins song playing in the background. So I
mm.
was thinking about like the crazy things we did as kids, playing as kids, and one of the craziest things I could think of is Manhunt. Manhunt was crazy. We used to
Was
just
that what you just? Yeah, no, explain that because I think I remember playing Manhunt a little bit when I was a kid. Is that not
no,
Talking
just
this
about
isn't your
most
this ain't
dangerous
your
game.
Manhunt, guy. This is not your
okay?
Manhunt guy. So what we would do is tie people to a telephone pole, right? You tie people as much as you could and tie a bunch of people to a telephone pole, and then you would go hide in the search area. What we used to use is like from like a couple of miles in a grid, like 3 or 4 miles in our area, that you would have the people that were tied to the pole would have to then get out of them getting being tied and then go find these people all over the place. And when I say these games lasted forever, we'd probably get in a day maybe one, maybe two games, guy, because it was so intense that we would start at like 8 o'clock in the morning. We wouldn't be done with this thing till like 7:30 at night,
How
guy.
old? How old are you?
Holy shit.
Oh fuck, this is gotta be
6.
like 8 yeah, 7 or 8 guy,
Oh my
and we were playing.
God.
We were also playing with with people's brothers and shit. So like my friends' brothers and shit. So they were teenagers and shit. And so
They were just
it,
tying you
it
to a pole.
yeah, tying us to a pole, and we'd have to get out and fucking go and find people. It got intense, guy, intense.
Did
I'm not talking just just street area. I'm talking multiple streets all the way up to
yeah.
a main road, and then like vice versa. There, like we got in trouble like all the time because we were in people's backyards, hiding behind their sheds and shit.
So what
But
would happen if you were to find the person that
So
tied you
if
up?
you found the person, so the what made this game even more intense, if you got caught, right, you would be brought back to the pole, tied to the pole, and you'd have to stay at the pole. We didn't have, I wouldn't necessarily say you would, we tie you back up the same way. It'd just be like you would have to hang out there. And if somebody from your team tagged the pole, whoever was caught at that moment could then take off and fucking start the whole process over again. But at that point, obviously, somebody was getting caught because you would have somebody looking out for people that are doing that. And you know if he got to
This
the
is
pole
insane.
and got like 3 or 4 people out, you would think that at least one of them they'd get caught. Like it was a huge game of just like
How many people
tag.
played this?
Oh, we would have like 25 kids, like on thing
Jesus
like
Christ.
different teams, guy, and all different ages. It was intense. They used to be intense.
Were any fights break out?
Oh yeah, 100%. People got punched in the face all the time, guy. People got their asses beat. Oh, you cheated, guy. Fucking stop a fight, guy, and stop punching each other, guy. This is bullshit. I'm never playing again. And then the next week, guy, we're playing again, punching each other in the face. Oh yeah, yeah.
That is crazy. Yeah, I'd never played that as a kid. No.
No.
How about you, John? You played that as a kid?
No, I've never fucking heard of that before. And honestly, if I played that as an adult, my heart would be pounding.
Right?
Not just from all the running around, but just like the sheer intensity of just like, oh my God.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
He's right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
terrifying.
People would get in serious brawls because like we were sitting there, and you'd have teenagers with little kids, and fucking
Oh,
it just got intense, guy. It just
yeah.
got intense, so intense.
Wow.
Most of the time somebody got punched in the face. Most of the time, guy. I would say like 90% of the time somebody got like
That's
punched in the
amazing.
face. Oh, somebody was fighting.
So, John, what's your ideal vacation adventure?
Oh yeah. I forgot that's what we were
Are
talking
you
about there.
are you gonna is your ideal adventure getting tied to a telephone pole and start brawls
No,
in the streets?
I've been a little too kinky this episode, so I'm gonna go with something else, I think.
Mm.
um,
The Bunny
no,
Ranch in
honestly,
Vegas.
I while he was giving his answer, I was trying to rack my brain on my own, and I've only left this country once, and the prospect of leaving it again sounds fun. Certainly depending on where I'm going, but it sounds great. But honestly, the idea of being like, this is the spot I overall wanted to go. Like, I have this amazing feeling about like I've always wanted to go there, and I love it, and yada 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 yada. Most of those places honestly resided within this country, and a couple of them I've been to already. So at this point, I'm just thinking like, I want to go to the moon. I want to go to the moon so bad. And I
That'd be
actually had this conversation with shout out my partner Curtis. He's never gonna hear this,
sick.
but my partner that I work with, I do all my furniture deliveries with Curtis.
Love that guy.
Yeah, he's dope. We have a lot of these good conversations in the truck while we're driving around, and I floated him the other day about like how awesome it would be to go to a metal concert on the moon. because like imagine a mosh pit but in lower gravity, like where people are already like bouncing around, and so like and the band, like the guitarist could like literally like you're like but he could jump while he does it and like kick his knees back and he would fly up into the air, and it'd be
dope.
insane. Like it'd be
Yeah.
one of the
Just float
most.
out, just float right straight towards, the outer. Has no
Yeah,
atmosphere, so it just carries you right out.
yeah, it's like
You bump
Coachella
somebody and just
meets the
boom.
trampoline park.
All of a
Yeah,
sudden
yeah.
you're traveling towards the sun, guy.
It'd be like it has to be like a big bubble, like a big dome.
Yeah,
The
that's
Simpsons
exactly what I had in
dome.
mind.
Yeah.
A big clear dome, just
Boom.
like, and on the face of the moon it would look so small, but on the inside it would look so
Mm,
vast.
yeah.
That sounds like a great. I want to
That
take a
sounds
trip to
amazing.
the moon dome and go see Pantera, I guess.
You know what? It's possible. If anything is possible with wannabes,
I'll go see AI Pantera
we've
in the moon
surprised
dome.
ourselves, you know?
If Katy Perry's
Yeah.
an astronaut guy,
Hmm.
we can have a concert on the
We can
moon.
do that too,
I
man.
say
A live
Yeah.
wannabes on the moon.
we
We're the
got
band
that's
performing, guy, and we're just fucking podcasting and just fucking. What did you think about the latest Disney movie?
Blue or sponsored by Blue Origin.
Right. Somebody talk about Savage Compassion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What about you,
Uh,
Oh,
Kyle? What's
uh,
yours?
my dream adventure. It's gonna be this June 7th, the Curator's Extravaganza. Can't wait for that. That's gonna be awesome. That'll be fantastic. That's gonna be.
Segway King.
wow, guy,
Ah.
that is so funny.
Uh,
That's gonna be interesting. I gotta say,
yeah, it's shaping up to be quite the event.
definitely
Uh,
is.
it's June 7th in New Jersey for the Tell 'em Steve Dave guys. I'm sure anybody listening to this already knows about it. But I just wanted to mention it because I feel like it has to be part of the lore, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
the curator reached out and was asking if we were going to be there. And obviously John won't be there because this was happening probably a week after Maxwell is here,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So
Pretty much 2 weeks, probably.
we're doing he asked if the wannabes wanted to be included on the event special guest lineup. And it was just like, what the fuck? So on there is a little picture of us. There's a little honeybee jar for John.
Got his
Ah,
little nugget. John's got
Yeah,
his nugget out there.
John's got the nugget. It's a classic logo. I'm looking at it right now. It's got Nick, it's got Justin, and it's got John, but instead of his B, it's like the nugget thing and then his name. It's super cute. And we're
We'll
having
be
it. I
shout
guess
out curator. Curator,
yeah,
thanks for
we'll be
doing
there,
this.
and we're gonna be like doing interviews on site. So John, this is my involvement with you. I would love. I was thinking if we had like a jar of questions from John that we just like it could be fucking anything. Like 50 questions, random, crazy, tell him Steve Dave related, not tell him Steve Dave related. Just like, something to kind of get you involved even though you're not there. So I thought it would be kind of fun. So we'll be sitting down with like a couple ants and then just pull out a little question from John, read it, and use that as like the discussion point.
that's
You
a
know what I mean?
great idea.
I would love to do that. And I thought it would be cool if I brought down the Prussian kissing skull cookie jar. And that's where like we would pull the little fucking
Oh,
John
yeah, that'd be
questions.
sweet.
Almost as if we're like summoning you from the kissing skull, you know what I mean? Like it'd be kind of cheesy, but I think it would be so cool. I would just need about 50 questions, just give or
Three,
take. Make it
just
look
200
yeah,
personal questions
right.
about your life
You
that you
know.
want us to blot out. Perfect
Not that we're
strangers.
gonna use every single one, but it would be kind of
Gonna-
cool to just have like a
Right.
lot to choose from, you know?
Yeah, you could even do it just so it's gonna be like Buzz on the street almost, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you could do like the normal interview, and then you could round it out with like, and
Right.
then here's the John question,
Right.
and then finish it and move on to the next one. That sounds like a
Exactly.
great format. I love that so
Yeah.
much.
We're gonna have like a table, and we're gonna have me and Nick sitting at the table with like a guest spot. And my vision is to just have people come down, sit down, have a mic. We talk, 5-10 minutes or whatever. Then do the John question, give him a sticker, and then we move on to the next person.
Yeah, dope.
Just to do
I'll
like a
work really hard on
quick.
the questions.
Okay. Make some tell them Steve Daves. Make some weird. Just make them fun. You know what I mean? Like
Gotcha.
I think this is a perfect project for you. But that's how I wanted to include you. Because you are gonna be fucking missed. It's gonna be yeah.
Hey, let's bring it home. Oh my God.
It might be kind of fun if we got like the audio recording of the question. That might be kind of cool. Instead
We
of
could do that.
instead
That'd
of
be-
like
yeah.
instead of
I
pulling,
could
maybe
definitely
like
do
a
that.
little fucking I don't know. I gotta figure out like a way to like randomize like maybe on my phone or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But yeah,
Well, I could. So, I mean, this is
this
inside baseball shit. We
yeah.
can figure this out afterwards, but I have a good idea for you.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so we'll be there. We'll be there all weekend. I think Friday night, Saturday, and then we're heading back out on Sunday. And I think
Sunday, yeah.
another quick shout out, Fun Bearables show. Me and Nick will also be there. I'm gonna make the day trip to just fucking fly down, be at the show, and just because the other thing is I'm doing some research for a future Wannabeez project, and that's all I'll say at the moment. But
Justin's got big dreams. Big
I got big
dreams.
dreams. Yeah.
How about a B fact?
We got a
Anybody
B
want a B
fact.
fact out
Yeah.
there?
I think Debbie sent me a B fact.
Oh, if you're gonna go with, you gotta go with Debbie's B fact.
Yeah, of course.
Gotta go with Debbie's B fact if we're gonna go there. She actually sent me a couple of B facts.
Really?
Uh huh.
She sent me a couple as well.
There's like 3 or 4, I think, that she
Oh,
yeah,
you know what? This
4
is
of them.
very topical. This is well, I wish we had this B fact for last episode of the Wannabees. But
Okay.
technically it was a Where's John, so we didn't have a B fact. Anyway,
Yeah.
this B fact comes straight from Deborah Gula. Tuesday, May 20th is World Bee Day. That's pretty fucking cool. Celebrating the bees, guys.
Celebrating bees, guy.
I'm sorry, just the way you said that's pretty fucking cool. It's just like
Cool.
you had so much weight on one limb.
Right,
V
guys?
Day, guys.
Get it? It's a bee fact.
Holy shit! Does that mean we have gym tomorrow? It's a B day. What the fuck? Are you
Yeah. It's on Tuesday, guy. It's on see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
It's see you next Tuesday is B Day, baby.
That's great.
That'll come out after this anyways, guys.
Yeah.
Like it's so irrelevant at that
It's a
point,
time
guy.
comedian thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the past at this point, guy.
I don't want to end quite yet because I wanted a little update from John. How you been? What have you been up to? I see you've been customizing some toys.
Yeah. Well, so I put the bookmark in my purchasing of toys.
Yeah.
And there is an asterisk on that. Now, when I say that, I mean the toys I'd been buying for the longest time had been generally above $25 per figure. So I'm not doing huge purchases like that anymore. What I have been doing is hitting the local Ollie's. It's like a bargain resale store.
Yeah, we got Ollie's.
Nice. So my Ollie's is stacked with all kinds of older Marvel Legends that nobody really cares about, and it's been a lot of good what they call fodder figure, and that's really just pieces I can just part part up and take arms off and use their different accessories and stuff like that. So I've been doing that a lot with my figures. So it's just, instead of buying other figures, I've been just trying to repurpose the stuff I have and then buying other loose, cheap things to add on to the figures that I already have or alter them to make them better. Making customs, kit bashing, what have you.
Right.
What was that thing you
love that.
dunked in the what was the solution? You had a solution you dunked it into.
It was hot water. It was literally just hot water. Just because
What was that
had,
weird chemical compound?
yeah,
fucking
it was
solution
a
that you-
Black Adam figure I dumped in hot water, so it helps you remove the joints.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
soak them in hot water, it loosens up all the plastic in the joints.
That's really
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
So
don't
you just been
break
like kit
anything.
bashing and just putting some shit together.
Yeah, and it's been great. We're just getting ready for Alyssa's C-section has now officially been scheduled. That's coming up this week.
Holy shit!
So
Really?
yeah, it's on Friday. So we're just biding
24th?
time. Yeah,
23rd?
it's 23rd or 24th. I don't remember.
Damn, dude.
So we're just biding time doing that.
How you feeling?
I feel all right.
Yeah.
I feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
I
had
feel good.
I've
Yeah,
had-
I got nothing to
it's
do with the pregnancy. At this point, all I did
yeah.
was goon,
Was goon
and that
and
was
Yeah.
I gooned, and that was it.
now he's a
So,
buffoon.
Boy, did I! I'm a gooner buffooner. But no, yeah, no, I feel good about it. It's been a lot going
Yeah.
on lately. There's just been so much since we last potted, even. Like, there was already a lot going on, but even since we last potted,
I was gonna say because last week we had Chuck, so we
yeah, it's just
more than
been
regular John bullshit,
crazy.
guy.
More than, I mean,
Regular John shit
so
is like a level 10. So you're telling me like 11 12s are coming in?
yeah, we're getting 12s and 13s even.
Fucking hey, guy.
But we have good stuff too.
yeah.
Busy isn't always bad. They say that no news is good news, or sometimes like busy means that you're like getting through the bad. The busy is like it's a placeholder. So to wrap it up a little bit better, so that people aren't just getting fucking complete naive sentences from me. My best friend, my best friend of 12 years, passed away this last week. And I'm of course referring to my first cat. His name is Carl Rodriguez Van Hook, and I got him for my birthday, my freshman year of high school, and
Man.
I mean, everybody loves their animals. I'm not gonna fucking be like, try to sell you on how special my cat was, because everybody
Yeah.
feels that way
He was
about
the
their own
best.
animal.
He was the best cat.
He
Was.
was the best
He
cat
truly
ever.
was the best. And I got him from the pound, and I picked him out as a little kitten. And from the day I got him, he always insisted that I hold him like up to my chest like a baby, and he would wrap his arms around my. I'm gonna start crying. God, he would wrap his arms around my neck, and he did that clear up into his last year. He would always do that, and he
Aw.
would always fucking sink his claws into my shoulder.
Right, yeah.
And I'm allergic to cats, so my
He was
my
always trying to
shoulder-
fucking kill you somewhere.
my shoulders would swell up like a
Oh,
motherfucker. They'd be
man.
red and itchy, and I would just do it every single day
Yeah.
just to get that hug from him. I didn't give
Aw.
a shit. He was so sweet. My mom, fucking stupid bitch. She always used to say, she always used to say that like she thinks
Want to
as a
see you
kitten.
next Tuesday, guy.
What a see you next
Want
Tuesday.
to see you next Tuesday. Thank you. She always used to say that Carl at a young age, like as a kitten, must have had like she maybe like he came out breached instead of head first. He came out butt first and then had too much time with his head left in there, and he didn't get enough oxygen because she just said he was really slow, but he was just a really sweet cat.
Yeah.
He never had ill intentions. Every single, when you introduce animals to other animals, there's always that moment of hesitation. You never had that with him. He was always so sweet to every cat and dog and kitten he ever
Yeah.
encountered. He was like a mentor to all the kittens he ever faced. He was really such a good cat. And I had so many,
Sorry, Debbie.
nicknames for
Sorry,
him.
Debbie. That we're gonna have to dedicate this
Yeah.
pod to
Yeah,
John's
Debbie's
cat.
Yeah, sorry, Debbie.
Deb,
I
you're
had,
out now again.
We
I
could
had so
say
many
cunt now.
nicknames for him, like I used to call him. I don't remember what his first nickname was, but his biggest one was Chungus.
Oh,
Kind of
yeah.
like that meme
Yeah.
of because he was gray and white and he got really fat really quick, so he very much resembled like a fat Bugs Bunny. I used to call him my Chungus, and then
Oh.
Alyssa always added on to that, and we would play back and forth. So he went from my Chungus to my Chungus Bungus to my Chungo Bungo, and then my Chungo Bungo Amungo, and then Chungo Bungo Humongo, and then and then when you would look at him from the back, he would very much resemble, like the way his hips flared out so wide. He would very much resemble like a Thanksgiving turkey. So I would always call him my little turkey boy.
Aw.
And then there was a couple span of years where when we lived in Arizona, I don't know where I got the idea, but I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna change your name for a while. Your name's just gonna be this. It's not gonna be that anymore. So for a while, I didn't call him anything but Meatball.
That's pretty
And
Confusing the hell out of him.
yeah.
John's got like just a million names. He doesn't know what the cat's like sitting there
Chungo
going,
Bungo
well, I really
Bungo.
don't. I don't give a fuck. He keeps feeding me all
Yeah,
this fucking
whatever.
food, so
Keep
it doesn't
scratching my
matter.
ass the way I like
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
cool.
Is this the cat? This the cat, John, that you said when this cat goes, it's gonna be
Yes.
hard for me to
Yeah.
when we call back to the dog dies
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
end, guy.
Episode 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. 3 or
Yes, it
4.
was. It was 3.
3. And so this was that
Yeah, man.
This
that
was
animal.
that cat, yes, and
Fucking
as
A,
I
man.
predicted, it has been just as hard.
Yeah.
I have become a truly different person afterwards. Um, I'm a baseball fan now.
I see this. Yeah, yeah.
I'm a Cubs fan.
I went to a Cubs game.
I drink. So you might have heard before that I used to drink like these like juice-based beers, like by Simply.
Yep.
And I've moved to something a little bit more rigid. I've
Old
moved
style?
to old style.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Hellman's Old Style, and it's a
Like
classic
Hellman's
lager.
Mayo?
No, it's
Oh.
more like
Yeah, it's
Heelman's,
Mayo beer.
Heilman's.
The new Hellman's beer. It's
Established 1902. It's
Dang.
made
There you
with
go.
old world methods,
There you go.
as it says.
nice.
And so that's what I drink now. It's what
When you
grandpa.
first held that up, I thought that was a Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I thought it was too.
Yeah,
when
it's
you-
very
they-
it's very reminiscent of Pabst.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a Chicago beer, I believe. It's a Chicago native beer. And so my grandpa, my mom's dad is a Chicago native. He worked on the railroads there after he got out of Vietnam for years and years and years till he retired. And he used to wake up and grab an Old Style and every day until he had his
Rip
heart
it.
attack. Yeah. And then he had to quit drinking beer. So
So
about
John, this is not a
dying.
this is not a what would you say a glowing advertisement for the beer. Oh, You know, we drink
No,
every day, and I
no,
died.
this is
And
my depression era. This is not an ad.
yeah.
No,
So he's slowly.
it,
So what he's saying is he's slowly killing himself
Right.
right now. He's gonna have a heart attack pretty soon.
no. He stopped drinking, but for
Oh,
year, but until he had the heart attack, he woke up and had an old style every morning. And so yeah, so I'm very something about my best friend dying made me want to switch from a sweet juicy beer to like a
Mm.
very rigid Budweiser tasting lager. Um, Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I shaved my head.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
I
my
did
head is
see. I did see
entirely
a
buzzed
haircut, but
now.
I didn't know it was all the way
Huh?
up.
Like
Yeah.
a Britney Spears situation.
Yeah, precisely.
Yep.
Come on, John. You should have did it and put it on the Instagram, guy. Of you fucking.
Yeah, it was actually very reminiscent of like I'm not close with my dad anymore, but he would have been very proud to see it's one of the most similar things to him I've ever done is like I stood outside with no shirt on and I had like Pantera blasting off my phone because I've been really into Pantera recently too.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's like the
And
third time you've mentioned it this episode. I love
yeah,
it.
I had Pantera playing, and I was just like playing "I'm broken" while I'm like buzzing my head, shirtless in the front yard, and I'm also drinking my old styles. And it was a
Jesus
very like
Christ.
I'm only 26, but it
Yeah.
was it was a very like 47-year-old thing of me to do.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I gotta tell you, man, Pantera does it for me, especially when I'm drinking old man beer. Something about Pantera, like it gives me a stank face that could make me feel like I pulled a muscle in my lower lip.
John's reenacting American History X guy.
No,
No,
no, no, no, no, no, no, no.
no,
What else?
no,
No,
no, no, no, no.
I have a feeling that's gonna be me someday, when my cat Cookie, who is now almost going on 17. She is 17.
Mm,
She's 16 or 17, I think.
wow,
She's old,
lucky, lucky
and
you.
Who's
please,
Tinkerbell is almost there, guy. She is
yeah.
almost there.
But very similar to like what John you were saying about your cat. Carl was his name.
Yep.
Um, just like a mentor, super chill, super happy to see everybody, every single animal. She's just no problems, totally chill, very lazy, kind of a bigger cat. Man, I've had her since I was like in I don't even know, like eighth grade, seventh grade, something like that. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. That'll be me,
Yeah.
fucking listen to Pantera guy
Oh,
shaving my
bro.
head. Yeah, yeah. Respect. What? What did you say?
This is for you.
So
You're
like I
gonna
was
be
saying,
waiting for Cookie at the cemetery gates.
that's fucked up. I love it. So I used to have that, like I said, a Pantera patch on my vest, and they were coming up to Maine to like on tour pretty recently, but it was only like it was after the drummer had passed, and obviously no
Yeah,
Dimebag, so it was basically
yeah,
just like the lead vocalist and maybe one other guy. And I'm like, okay, well, I should go and check it out and at least say that I've seen Pantera to
sure.
justify the patch. Like in a weird way, I'm like, I have a patch. I feel obligated to go. Like if I don't go, then I don't deserve this patch. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's kind of like that battle jacket metal show mentality. Like if you're wearing a battle jacket and you've got patches or you got a shirt on and you've never seen them live, like it's kind of like you look like a fool. You look like a goon. You're fucking gooning
yeah,
around. I
yeah.
didn't want to be
I
gooning no
seen
more.
Pantera with Ozzy Osbourne
I
That's
hate you,
crazy.
Dula.
at
I fucking hate
at
you so much.
Ozfest. I think it
Yeah.
was Ozfest
Uh,
maybe 99.
oh,
Damn, dude. You
plus
Um
lucky
one.
oh yeah,
motherfucker.
Disturbed was there.
Ah,
Fucking System of a Down,
ah,
Pantera, Ozzy Osbourne on like the
no, my
second
God.
stage. My first my first I think 1998 Ozfest was my first Ozfest, and some of the bands that were off stage, like, there's different stages because it's like a kind of like a festival kind of big place. So
Yeah.
there's a extra stage on the other side. That's not the main stage, but some of those people were like, it was like Corn and Limp Bizkit, Fuel,
God
Right.
damn.
like that was like the second stage, like up and coming
Yeah,
bands that
those
were
guys
on the
were new.
side of thing, because
Fucking
when you
crazy.
got on the other side, it was like, just the headliners and shit, fucking
I'm so jealous.
Megadeth and
Fuck you.
fucking Disturbed and
Oh.
all of that stuff. Oh, it
If I
was
could
like
go
a
back
whole
in
day.
time, I would go to that show with Gula and John. I would go to an Ozfest with you guys. That's what I would want to do.
Yeah.
I wish
100%.
I wish the three of us could go back and watch young Nick at Ozfest. That's what I want.
Yeah. Oh man.
I started there was a fight on one of the. I
Of
remember.
course. We guys playing
I
Manhunt?
remember. I remember getting so. I was so wrecked at this point, and Disturb came on the main stage. So obviously, there's a huge in the middle of where the grass is. There's a bunch of seats. Then there's a grassy area, and obviously that's where the pit's gonna be, right? So we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, like, we're doing our thing, and as a normal pit, and then somebody just got like too intense, and they started like really fighting, like blows. I'm talking like huge fucking blows, and I came out of nowhere. I don't know what came over me. I was like, this isn't right or something. Okay, thing, and I did a fucking face plant, like a total, like, just like this, and just pile drive my face into the ground, got up and said, "This is not what the pit's for. Let's fucking thing." And it just fucking it totally like changed the whole vibe of the pit at that moment, like stopped the fighting, and they were like, "Oh shit." My friend said it was like the most intense part of the whole night, guy, but I think I was so fucked up I didn't even feel it, guy. Started going freaking crazy in the pit, guy. Boom.
That's crazy. The only
Yeah.
time I've ever been into like a metal show in a legit pit was it was like we were seeing Carnifex, Rings of Saturn, She Must Burn, and one other band I can't remember. It was a small little venue in Vermont. Concrete floors, bro. Like it was crazy, and it was like five deathcore metal bands, like fucking I piss blood, fucking like crazy shit. So like people were throwing
Yeah.
each other around. I got
Yeah.
like pummeled by like a 12-year-old with a blue mohawk. John, have you ever done like a crazy mosh pit like that?
I've been to I've actually only been to one real kind of mosh, and it was so I have this uh really bad habit of I've only been to concerts that I didn't want to go to. And so
Yeah, right up John's alley. Like,
yeah, doesn't that make
crusty old
sense?
women, going to places I don't want to.
Yeah, it's usually just a
Just
matter of just like someone
circumstance,
being like, "I
guy.
got these tickets, and you want to go?" I'm just like, I guess a concert environment sounds fun, but I usually never
Yeah.
like the band, and so very few times that I've been to a concert has it been my idea or a band that I liked. So I went to this one concert, and it was God, what is their name? Hollywood Undead,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
I personally cannot stand Hollywood Undead.
Really?
I think they're a garbage group. But my cousin Stephanie, as you guys might remember, the hog jerker offer, the hog gooner.
By
Sorry,
the way, that's the one
sorry, Deborah.
episode. That's the one episode that my coworkers are like, "Oh yeah, I started listening to your podcast. I heard the Bone Collector one." And I'm like, "Oh, fucking awesome."
Yeah, of course.
That's
Now
a
you pick
perfect
it
one
up.
to start with. That's
Now
perfect.
you pick it up. But yeah,
Fucking
so
perfect.
cousin Stephanie wanted to go see it, but cousin Stephanie was also very, very pregnant, and so me and who was my girlfriend at the time, Alyssa, my wife now, went with her, and we just kind of went to go to have a time. And it very quickly, it was a very small venue in Iowa City, or yeah, it was Iowa City. And no, it was Des Moines. Sorry, it was Des Moines because it was pretty far away. But it was a
Yeah.
huge or a small venue. A lot of people packed in, standing room only, and it just the opening group was like this two lead female group called Butcher Babies, and they were very heavy, they were way more intense than Hollywood Undead could ever be.
Yeah.
So I was trying to manage an entire venue full of people like around a pregnant woman's stomach,
Oh
like to
yeah.
make sure that they weren't like bumping into her and stuff. It was very, very anxiety inducing. And then
Yeah.
at one point, Alyssa just couldn't take it anymore. And so she's like, I'm going to go outside. And so I was like, do I stay with the pregnant woman or do I go outside with her? Because she's outside in Des Moines. It's a big city. It's late at night. And things got crazy. So I stayed with Stephanie and tried to, like, make sure that nobody, like, knocked her on the ground and shit. And it got crazy at some point. So I was, like, very, very much like, I felt like Captain America holding back, like, a crowd of people, like,
Yeah.
"Ah!" And
John
then,
grabs the fucking top of the trash can and he's just like, boom, boom, push him back, get out of here, you
yeah.
That's awesome.
And
filthy
then,
animals.
eventually I go outside and I find Alyssa, and she's being hounded by a bunch of dudes outside who are like, what are you doing out here all alone? Your boyfriend left you alone outside. He's in there and you're out here. That's so crazy. Why don't you come with me? And so I'd be like, get out of here.
Scram, you meth heads!
Yeah.
Scram!
Yeah, it was
John came
crazy,
with
man.
his fucking bullwhip guy.
That's
He
fucking
pushed him
crazy.
back into the fucking storage container guy that they were smoking meth in. Get back,
Dude,
back.
I've noticed that like people like guys like that, there's a lot of creepy ass dudes and like just like that in particular. Like, oh, why don't you fucking I see it on a daily basis where I work. Like
Yeah.
creepy ass
Yeah.
motherfuckers. It is weird. I don't have
Yep.
that mentality of like, oh, there's a girl alone. Let me go see if I can hound her like a dog. Like a creepy fucking I don't even know, dude. It's just weird. It's just strange.
Unfortunately, there's more of them than there are you.
I know.
We're outnumbered.
Survive. I don't know. Darwinism, survival of the fittest needs
Yeah,
to
man.
kick in sooner or later, man. God damn it.
It will.
Come on.
All we got to do is be cool.
Shut the fuck up.
See you next Tuesday, motherfucker.
Oh, that's awesome.
Bzzz.